What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Ariel, and we're gonna go on our first herb walk today. Now, it is the middle of winter, and many of you naysayers may say, "Oh, it's snowing out. It's cold outside. What could we possibly find in the forest?" Well, I am here to prove you wrong. We are gonna find about a dozen or so plants today that we can use in all sorts of projects. Now, regarding rules and regulations surrounding wildcrafting and foraging plants out of public lands, just do your homework.
Where I am, you can take 2 gallons per person per day as long as it's not for commercial use.
Just harvest respectfully. I usually follow a 1 in 20 rule where I take 1 plant for every 20 that are out there. But, you know, if it's a really invasive weed like blackberry, I say take all the blackberries you want. If it's a really rare plant, like Solomon seal, well then consider just leaving it be. I also took my toddler to the woods today. Even though I'd prefer her not to be on the internet, try telling a 2-year-old that she can't run around in the forest, and that probably won't go very well for you.
Alright, we are here at a forest canyon in our hometown. So I'm just gonna be showing y'all some leaves and stuff. Oh, first up here we have the beautiful hawthorn. Look at those delicious red berries. They are related to apples. So they have 5 little sepals at the bottom. There's like a star-shaped pattern. You'll notice the leaves are in an alternate pattern. Normally we don't eat random berries, but those are edible. Hawthorn is one of my favorite herbs because not only is it delicious in candy and jelly and tea, it helps slow your heartbeat down and actually make your heartbeat stronger. And so that is very important for millennials like me with constant anxiety and heart palpitations.
Here's an important note. I am not your doctor, and so you must bear all personal responsibility for anything that you choose to put in, on, or around your body. Herbs are really powerful medicine, and they can interact with your medications. They can even make you feel worse if you don't use them correctly. Many times though, they improve your health. Be 100,000% sure that you know what you're foraging. I'm here to provide entertaining education on how to identify wild plants. In summary, please do not sue me.
And now we have a mystery cement pyramid found in the middle of the forest. Here's a huckleberry bush. Probably doesn't have any berries because it is January, but you can still use the leaves.
Like the huckleberry berries, huckleberry leaves are great at promoting healthy blood sugar balance and healthy pancreases, and they are a really treasured and abundant food in the native Salish tribes' diet around here.
Here we have some sword fern. It's pretty big. Here's my shoe for comparison.
Sword fern is best used when crushed up in your fingers and applied to bug bites, stinging nettle bites, and even to get slug slime off of your hands, should that ever be an issue for you.
Ooh, this is a Madrona tree. She must have lost her leaves for the winter. You can harvest some Madrona tree bark for UTI medicine, the richest purpley red color.
Madrona contains arbutin, a chemical used to effectively treat urinary tract infections, and now it's being used cosmetically to treat hyperpigmentation, lighten dark spots, and even lighten freckles if you're really no fun at all.
So we're at the top of a hill, and I'm looking for Oregon grape now. Here's a lookalike. This is holly. Holly's an invasive tree here, but I love it so much.
Besides decorating my house at Christmas time, I have not used holly medicinally, but I think I'm going to try it in a bath or a soak to treat aching joints and rheumatism and arthritis, should I ever have that issue. But please don't eat the berries. Please don't.
Oh, and I finally found the Oregon grape I was talking about. So winter's a pretty good time to harvest these guys. This is Mahonia nervosa, the lower growing variety. You could also see like the yellow at the base of the stems, which indicates its high berberine content.
If the threatened apocalypse ever comes to fruition, we must all become very familiar with Oregon graperoot because it contains berberine, one of nature's most potent antibiotics, a good survival medicine to treat infections of all kinds.
This is the artist conk. Ooh, and some babies, Ganoderma applanatum. It is growing on a dead tree, as medicinal polypore mushrooms are wont to do. We're just gonna see if we can break it off. Oh, it's too tough. Oh, maybe there's a baby I could take. Too small.
A close cousin of the famous Chinese mushroom linger, Ganoderma applanatum, is just a whole body energy tonic. It makes your lungs work better, gets the phlegm out, and just helps you be calm and clear and have a great memory.
On our right here, we have the red cedar tree. They're pretty much everywhere here. Probably at least half the trees are western red cedars.
Do you have asthma? Do you get yeast infections? Do you get frequent colds? Do you just want to smell good all the time? Well then, take a bath full of cedar branches. It's way better and way safer than taking it internally.
Hemlock is important to me because I pick mushrooms, and the chanterelle mushroom has a particular affinity for the hemlock tree.
We do a lot of conifer needle teas, whether it's Doug fir, red cedar, or my favorite, the western hemlock. It's important to note that in the wintertime, drink less needle teas because they have higher levels of alkaloids, so maybe 1 cup a day. Speaking of toxic, western hemlock has a lookalike called the Pacific Yew. Don't take my word for it, please get yourself a field guide and really learn how to identify this.
We're super close to a stream, which means that the kind of plants that we find will become more water loving and perhaps more abundant. There's just like different sorts of species of herbs and mushrooms and plants that live closer to the water. Also, we're probably going to see less conifer trees. We'll start to see a little more deciduous trees by the water, especially alder. We're going down to the river. Ooh, first off, we see on this like dying vine maple tree, you can see all these little fluffy boys. That is called Usnea.
Lichens are half algae and half fungus, and so they share a lot of medicinal mushroom qualities, like being great antivirals, lung tonics, and helping treat sinus infections. They also make a really good Santa beard.
One toe over the line, sweet Jesus, one toe over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway, woo! Ooh, look guys. I'm grounded to the earth. Oh, this is an alder tree. You can tell because it has tattoos. What does this even say? And that's another alder tree over there.
Red alder is a fairly strong detoxifying medicine, and so you really don't need to use much. Maybe take like a cup or 2 a day for a week. The reason I didn't add it as like a bathing or soak option is because it will definitely stay in your bathtub.
And here we have the wildly invasive Himalayan Blackberry. It's an ouchie boy, but has delicious fruit at other times of the year.
Blackberry root is called heimei in Chinese medicine, and we use it for cooling and promoting tissue repair, like bouncing back from childbirth, treating urinary tract infections, like a lot of things with tannins do.
Here we have a red huckleberry. It is growing out of a stump here because it likes to do that.
Red huckleberry is a lot like blue huckleberry. They have the same genus Vaccinium and they're used for pretty much the same thing. I like to use red huckleberry leaves as a black tea substitute. It has the same stomach soothing qualities without any of the caffeine.
Alright guys, that is it for the video. This is the first in a long series of herb walks we're going to do. We're going to see the woods change throughout the year. We're going to go to new locations, maybe some beaches. If you love this content, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. I forgot to tell y'all my favorite herbalism joke. An algae and a fungus took a liking to one another, but unfortunately, their relationship was on the rocks. Alright. See you later.